Well, hello, gang. Welcome to this episode of Media Champions. I'm your host, Mary Therese Griffin in Atlanta. Today, we're happy to welcome to the program Abe Kasbo. He is with Verasoni, and he joins us today. Abe, thank you for being on Media Champions.
Mary Therese, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
We're excited to talk to you. I love what you do because you offer agile marketing and integrated strategies. And let's talk about that all-important strategy, Abe, because not everybody realizes when you're trying to market your business, you got to have a strategy.
Right. And I think today, more than ever, right? Everybody who's got a social media account is a marketer, right? But what we're talking about here is sitting down, trying to figure out what we think works and what we think doesn't work and move in that direction. What tends to happen is people do some stuff. They'll say, oh, we did this, we did direct mail, or we did a website, or we did. And what tends to happen is they're dropping marketing bombs and those things aren't working together. So we try to help them make sense out of all that and move them directionally in the right direction, knowing that there's going to be pitfalls, right? Marketing is a behavioral discipline. And, it's not one of those things where you just turn on the faucet and here come the clients or here come the patients or here come the dollars, right? So we try to help our clients make sense out of that.
It sounds to me, Abe, like you probably have a lot of reality checks with and I'm using my air quotes, with your clients, because you have to be honest with them. And if it's not working, it's not working, but you try to put them in the right direction. Share with our audience, if you will, I'm putting you on the spot here. Have you had an aha moment with a client who maybe wasn't doing quite the right thing, but then finally took your sage advice and said, oh, that Abe knows what he's talking about? Success. That's got to make you really happy.
Well, I don't know about that, Abe. We've got a really cool, powerful team, behind me, I think, and they're terrific. But certainly, I think there are plenty of examples like that. We've got a middle market company who was moving fast in the marketplace, and it was a non-digital player, and frankly, they were sold on a bunch of digital platforms that were out of the box. And we sat down with them and said, you've basically have fallen in this hole 3 or 4 times now, right? Because you wanted to move quickly and you wanted to go digital. Well, going digital doesn't necessarily mean that you have to abandon what you do or abandon what you do offline, right? We have to make them work together. And so we signed on with them. We asked them at the beginning to trust us. It was an interesting first 4 months, but I could tell you right now, we took them from 18,000 customers by the time we got rolling, which was literally 2 years later, to 77,000 customers. And I think if you talk to them now, they'll tell you it was scary, it was tumultuous, but it was the right thing to do. So that's a best case scenario. And I think that if you talk to all of our clients, they'll tell you that we do have frank and hard conversations with them. It's about them. It's not about us. And we even though it's a hard conversation for us, we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing for the client.
Absolutely. So when, I think a lot of people will look at digital platforms and, oh, I got to be on TikTok. I got to be here. I got to be there. How do you, Abe, distinguish audience profiles between social media platforms?
Well, social media, you're hitting some buttons here, because I think social media for most businesses is actually, it's a challenge, right? So if you look at organic reach on Facebook, for example, if you're a small business, if you're a car dealership, even if you're a Fortune 500 company that's in the B2B space, right? The organic reach on Facebook is basically every time you post, it's about 2%, which means that if I have 1,000 people in my Facebook page, my reach is 20, but the engagement is about 0.5%, which means a half a person. So what are we doing, right? So we really, for us, we look at relevancy and we look at building audiences. I don't care where they are. Listen, email is still the most powerful social media tool. It's just not sexy, right?
But it
So
works,
we
right?
don't care where they are. It really is. It's just not sexy. You still open your email. Texting is probably a more powerful social media tool, depending on the business and depending on the customers. But for social media, like for us, we view it as if we were a money manager, where do we build the audience? Where could the audience be sticky? Where is it relevant? And frankly, I don't care if it's TikTok, Facebook, or texting. Our focus is on the audience, right?
Yes, yes. Abe, we are out of time. I could continue this discussion with you. I hope that you'll come back. And I want to go on the record and say I agree with you about email. And I think you're going to bring sexy back to email. I think that should be your tagline. We're bringing sexy back to
That's
email.
a mission. I'll put that on LinkedIn along with as soon as we get the link to this interview.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Abe. You're awesome. Thanks for taking time with us today.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And the rest of you, you are so going to want to reach out to Abe and connect with him. And we can help you do that. You can find Abe by finding us at dailyadbrief.com. I'm Mary Therese Griffin in Atlanta. We'll see you next time for more Media Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.